ever. Do you want his autograph?
We've already got a photo. Miz has got a photo already.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Taking your photo, yeah.
You're trying to figure out where he's staying and everything, you stalker. Too much, I think. Now, at the moment, you can't remember much about NRL, which is very interesting, being the tipster extraordinaire. And you've been agreeing with everything that that Spider's been saying so far, haven't you?
Yes. Sleep.
Hey, Scotty!
Now we've got all the NRL tips.
Thanks
ready
to
go.
thanks to the Carrara Markets. Enjoy value for money shopping every weekend at Carrara Markets. They are open as normal tomorrow. Now, Scotty Sattler, Souths and the Sharks playing. Sharks are trying hard, but it's just not working for them at the moment. What do you reckon?
Sharks.
Cronulla.
Do you think?
Sharks.
Sharks.
South.
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 What do you reckon, Spider?
Oh, I reckon.
He knows nothing about league.
No, the bunnies. The bunnies will go all right. The Sharks are struggling, and I reckon the bunnies.
But you're guessing. That's
No,
it.
I'm not.
You are, and you just. I can't believe you're agreeing with me, but South.
South.
You know
Okay.
nothing. So.
Okay, we'll move on to the Broncos and the Eels.
And,
And, well, at home, you got to go to the Broncos. Actually, a lot of people.
Why are you even asking for? Because he doesn't know anything about the game. He's too tall to play rugby league.
They actually think that in a betting sense, Broncos have had the most money plunged on to win the final.
Obviously, you've just read the paper.
No, I haven't.
You've read it during the news.
I know.
Break, so you can come up with all these fancy tips.
Roosters and the Dragons, Scott.
Well, you don't agree with Spider?
Dragons. Okay. Shall we bring them out of it, Peter, and get the real tips?
Indeed. When I click my fingers twice, your memory will be back completely. And in fact, you'll even give you tips with 5 times more enthusiasm than usual. Here we go, exaggerated enthusiasm. There you go, your memory's completely back.
Hey!
Spider, this is amazing, isn't it? That's, Scotty,
I just seriously can't believe it.
Souths and Sharks, mate. Who do you reckon? Quickly.
This is a dodgy one because they've both been playing pretty awful. So I reckon, but I think it'll be Cronulla. I think defensively they'll be too tough for them.
Okay, Broncos and the Eels.
Broncos, because the Eels are absolutely dismal. They can't beat themselves up at the moment. So I'm going to take Brisbane at Suncorp. And this will be a huge crowd because Parramatta got a great following up here.
St George, come on, who's going to get over the Roosters? Are they going to get over
Wendell's not going to play because of his hamstring. Tore his hamstring last week. I'm going to take the Dragons to beat the Roosters because I think they just got a fair bit. They were ill-disciplined last week.
Yes.
Terribly ill-disciplined, which has been their forte this year, the discipline. But I think Wayne Bennett would have addressed that. And from Wayne Bennett's sides very rarely lose 2 in a row.
Right,
So,
Melbourne and New Zealand.
well, Melbourne aren't the Melbourne that they used to be, are they?
No,
they're just
well.
they're pretty dismal. They got beaten at Leichhardt last week by the Tigers. I'm going to take New Zealand just because they're too big, fast, scary, and I'm glad I don't have to play against them anymore.
the Knights are doing very well. They're sort of coming back into form, and they're up against the Tigers.
Yeah, where are we? Here we go. West Tigers, Newcastle, like Campbelltown. It'd be a big crowd as well because the Tigers had that good win last week against the Storm. But Newcastle, by travelling away and beating the Dragons last week, that's a pretty big point. So I'm going to take the Knights and Kirk Gidley trying to play for an Origin starting
Oh,
slot.
you're on fire with these tips today, Scotty. North Queensland and Manly, come on. The Cowboys are going to do it in Moo Moo Stadium,
Well,
surely.
Brett Stewart out for 3
Out.
months.
Yes, come on.
He's got court next month, so
Yes.
he'll be able to concentrate on that. And but I'm going to take the Cowboys up there just because Brett Stewart coming back for 2 weeks, has scored 5 tries.
That's right,
He's been the difference between the two sides. But without him, I just think I think their season's pretty well finished.
Raiders always difficult at home, and they're up against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, too tough to beat down there, the Raiders usually, but the Bulldogs, they're scoring that many points at the moment. It is going to be cold down there. It always is at Canberra. It's a miserable, cold place, and that's why they put our politicians down there. And but I'm going to take the Doggies because Brett Kamali's travelled down there enough to understand how hard it is to win down there. So I'm going to take the Bulldogs to beat the Raiders.
West Tigers and Newcastle.
We just did that one.
Oh, yes, we did. Penrith and Gold Coast.
Well,
Ooh.
Penny Panthers are the base of the Lower Blue Mountains. And you're going down there, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Are you talking to the team? Because if you're talking to the team...
I'm not talking to the team.
I'm going against them. But
No, I'm going now. I'm looking forward to it. Can't wait.
this will be tough. The Gold Coast was their very first away win in 2007. Their first, so that's why I think they'll beat Penrith because they'll go down there. And I think the way the Gold Coast are playing at the moment, and everyone else is falling off the perch with injuries. Controversy, the Gold Coast have a very big chance of winning it this year.
The tips, thanks to the Carrara markets, they are open all this weekend for almost everything you need, and they are open
I went and
tomorrow.
bought my fruit and veggies from there again last week.
Oh, did you?
Good
Okay.
man.
Oh, that's
Good on
terrific. Peter Powers, you've done the most fantastic job.
Oh, yay for Peter Powers!
Tonight at Twin
Thank
House.
you, Scotty.
You better